Right, hello again. I'm here again with Rob, just continuing our conversation. Hello, Rob. How are you?
Rob, hello. Nice to see you again, Peter. How are you today?
Yes, all right. Thank you very much. And then on top of all the articles, we've got the tenant fees ban, which is becoming absolute this year as well, which is going to affect
Absolutely. Yeah.
notices as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Come the end of May, it's effectively retrospective. So, yeah, if you've got an old tenancy agreement, not one signed since the 1st June last year, if you've got an old agreement, any fees in there will go. So, if you are coming up to the end of a tenancy and there's a clause in there which says tenant pays for checkout, well, if you can get the checkout sorted by the end of May, you might just scrape through under the wire. But if you're not going to be sort of terminating that tenancy until after the 1st of June 2020, you've got a problem. And then, of course, you've got the whole issue of deposits. Now, a lot of people think that come the 1st of June, if they've got a 6-week deposit, they've got to make a refund. And technically, that's not quite accurate, because the offence under the Tenant Fee Ban legislation is not having a deposit of more than 5 weeks. It's taking that deposit of more than 5 weeks. So that will apply, of course, if you're re-registering the deposit, if you are re-entering into a new agreement and you're taking the deposit from agreement A and you're applying it to agreement B. That's when the offence will be committed.
Okay, so if you had a 6 or 7 weeks from way back, as long as you don't do anything with the agreement, you're fine. Because there was a bit of a disagreement between the Act and the guidance put out by government, because the guidance is basically what you're saying.
Yeah, and this is the problem. If we talk about the national chains for a moment, if you think about it, if you have a tenancy which rolls on from a contractual periodic tenancy, roll on beyond the 1st of June, there's a good argument to say that you're not transferring the deposit from one tenancy to another because the first tenancy continues. So why bother to make a refund? Then the argument is that if you have a statutory periodic tenancy, in other words, your tenancy comes to an end, there's no rollover period in the contract, so you become a statutory tenant. Some of us might remember the old super strike case from 2013. Yes. The argument there is, well, hang on a moment, that could be a new tenancy. So are you then taking the deposit from one tenancy to a new tenancy? In that situation, do we not have to make a refund? Now, to be honest, nobody really knows, because as you said, Peter, what we get in guidance notes is not necessarily what's written in this document itself, the actual statute. So most of the national chains can't be bothered to do this. They're just saying, no, sod it all, we'll give them a refund come the 1st of June, no matter what. Yeah. One rule, easy to understand. But don't necessarily rush into making that refund. Have a look and understand the issues before you make a decision.
Right, that's all good stuff, Rob. So good to see you. Bye for now.
Cheerio and stay safe.